Hello and welcome live here on CROW LAX TV. My name is Aiden Bolsgaard. Keenan Kanda is on the camera, and we're getting set for today's matchup between the Edmonton Warriors and the home side Fort Saskatchewan Rebels. Lining up for your opening draw here for the Rebels, it's Calix Simonson. Opposite to him here for the Warriors, it looks to be Kyler Andrews, and it's going to be the Rebels who come up with the ball after that opening draw there. Miller Scrimshaw going to try to pass that one off to Zorniak, who moves that up the floor and stolen away quickly by the Warriors, who are pushing the other way with the ball. Here come the Warriors, a dropped ball there, but recovered quickly. Still lots of time on the shot clock here for them to work with. Here come the Warriors. That first shot going to just go wide of the net there, and Scrimshaw going to be able to pick that one up, cross half, and wait for his offense to get out on the floor here. Scrimshaw going to pass that one on off, make his way to the bench, and able to hit Jackson Baker, who lets that shot rip there, and it catches a piece of a body and going to go wide. Sitting between the pipes currently for the Warriors is Lucas Bayek. 1 second here while I make some adjustments. Slight technical difficulty. Yeah, hello and welcome back there. And the Warriors able to open the scoring there. The nice shot on net from Josh Dewart, and the Warriors lead this contest 1-0 over the Rebels. 18:43 to go in this first period. That your opening goal of this contest if you're just tuning in. That ball comes out into the Rebels bench. So it's going to be Warriors ball here as they are able to pick up Wellner Bate. He passes that one off over to the left. Dewart, he's got the ball once again after putting his team up by 1. Passed over to the right now. Warriors continue to move this ball around here, is feeling the pressure from the Rebels defense, held to the outside so far on this possession. Trying to cut inside and out of the quick shot there, and a big save by the Rebels goaltender between the pipes. Looks to be Hunter Lukaweski for the Rebels. As the Rebels move across half now, and Alex Zorniak has pushed up. Feeling the pressure here, waiting for the offense to get out on the floor. Gets that pass off now to Kohut. Kohut down to the corner as the Rebels work around the outside. Still 15 seconds to go here on the shot clock. Passed around now, picked up. Big shot there from the outside by Jolivet, and an even bigger save there by Bayek. Back across half once again, it's the Warriors. Stachniak going to leave that one there at the top for Dewart. Dewart working with it now. Goes up to the point now. He found his man. So Warriors continue to move this ball around, already leading this game by 1. Trying to cut inside here is Redlick. Still with the ball, and now finally stripped of it here at the end of the shot clock. And the Rebels able to move this ball up along the right side of the floor now. Bajema gets across half. Now going to leave that one at the point for Simonson. Simonson feeds that one out to the right there for Baker. Baker still with it now. Feeds it over to the left side of the floor. Return feed to the right. Popping back out with it now is Simonson. Still working around the outside. It's a quick shot in there and a big save by Bayek. Warriors try to break out but cut off at half by the Rebels as Matthew Vetch now going to make his way across and look for a passing option. Finds one in Eastwood. Eastwood going to spin, go low with the ball here, feeling pressure from 2 Warriors. As Zorniak not making it easy for him as he continues to run around here with the ball. Spins off Zorniak now and recovers his own loose ball. Is fed to the center there and not able to pick up that pass for the Rebels was Dylan Pook, but now recovered. And a big shot there from way outside at the end of the shot clock. 16 minutes to go now in the first. Fed into the center. The Warriors back across half here once again. Fed up to the point now for Carey. Carey up to the point, finds his man in Dewart. Dewart over to the corner now as the Warriors continue to wheel around this ball. Carey going to drop that one back, and a nice little scoop pass up to the point. Creates an opportunity there, but Warriors not able to convert. Do get the reset of the shot clock here, though, as wheeling around with that ball is Luke Royer. But Royer's shot stopped up by Lukaweski. Now it's the Rebels who step across half here once again. Miller Scrimshaw taking an offensive shift out here for the Rebels. Is up at the point now. Right now with it is Jolivet. Jolivet moving around. Ball almost came to Scrimshaw in the middle, and now he's able to recover the rebound. 8 seconds to go here on the shot clock. It's a big shot from the point there by Mullen Eastwood. Stopped up easily by Bayek, and here come the Warriors back across half once again. Stachniak going to feed that one off now for Dewart. Dewart looking around the floor, and his man comes off the bench, and the ball at the point now for the Warriors. Fed over to the right side of the floor. Wellner Bate trying to spin off his man. Bate going to feed that across the floor now. Finds Dewart. Dewart lets that one go. And they're saying that caught a piece of a Rebel here and out of play, so it's going to remain a Warriors ball with a fresh 30. Dewart, he's got it now. Throws that one over to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate tried to go back to Dewart, but the Rebels defense looking to steal this one away. And now fast break coming back the other way. Reese Walsh in all alone. Lets that one go, and a big save there by Bayek, getting down to one knee to make that stop. 14-10 to go now in this first period. It's the Warriors that still lead this contest 1-0. Behind the net now, wheeling around with it is Levi Wolney, and he's able to feed that up a little higher. finds the way back to Dewar, who's taken every offensive shift so far for the Warriors, and he's got rewarded already once for it in this contest. Dewar cuts his way towards the middle, now looking for a passing option as he's just mauled by the Rebels defense, but it's going to be for Saskatchewan, able to pick up and look back up the floor as Nickel now feeds his man in. Tej Brown is going to hold up around that first rag line there and now leave the ball nicely for CROW Simonson. Simonson fed that one over to the right side of the floor. With it now, Jackson Baker. Baker going to rip that shot, and it goes just wide. Going to get picked up by the Warriors, who are come back the other way with some speed. Kyler Andrews, he's going to stop up now around the blue line and feed that one up to the point for Menon. Menon hits Redlick. Redlick feeds it down to the corner as the Warriors continue to pass this ball around. With it now is Regan Carey. Carey going to make a dive towards the center here and gets hit down onto the floor. The Rebels recover here once again. It's Scrimshaw coming out from behind the net up along the right wing. Scrimshaw, he'll get across half. Now pass this one off nicely for Kohut. Kohut waiting for the rest of his offense to get out on the floor. Feeds that to the left side. Quick shot there by Eastwood. Goes just wide, and it's Warriors ball here once again. 12:38 to go now in the first period. Stopping up with the ball is Caden Flett. Flett almost pushed across half there by Jack Nickel, but no dice there as the Warriors still with it. Dewart going to start pushing his way closer to the Rebels 24 here once again. Right then to the center there, and then I think it caught a piece of the crossbar there on the shot by Luke Royer. Referee kind of checking if that bounced down in and out. So that does happen sometimes depending on the spin of the ball, but this time they're saying it stayed out, so 1-0 remains your lead for the Warriors. It's a nice move there to the inside by Dylan Pook, and his shot gets let go and just wide. Recovered quickly, though, nicely by Jackson Baker's. Pook going to rip another one there, and that one a big save by Bayek. And now we're going to have a penalty coming up here. We got a helmet off of Max Runser here. We'll see if they're going to take one or just both. So it looks like both going to be taken as of right now, but now the Warrior going to be sent off the floor, it looks. That's Max Runser. Sent back to the bench there. So 2 minutes assessed on the home side right now. So it's looking like a Warriors power play upcoming here. So with 11:51 going the first, the Warriors up a man and get that first man advantage of the contest. And just to let you know, this Rebels penalty kill is brought to you by 5-2 Projects, providing construction services tailored to meet the unique needs of each client, committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceptional customer service. Starting at the point with the ball for the Warriors, it's going to be Luke Royer. Royer feeds that one over to the left, playing some pass here with Dewart. Now utilizing the right side of the floor are the Warriors. Back up to the point now. Dewart with the ball. Back up to the point for Royer. Royer to Dewart. Dewart finds his man in Regan Carey along the right side, who now gets knocked down to the floor. Vetch all over him. Escaping. Back up to the point now. Dewart tried to feed that down low there for Luke Royer, who wasn't quite able to get that shot off properly. And with a minute and a half to go in this Warriors power play, it's going to be Rebels ball in Warriors territory, giving them a chance to kill off a bit of this penalty. 3 Warriors on 1 Rebel here as Jackson Kohut continues to hold on to the ball despite all the pressure he's facing. Now looking for a passing option. I don't blame him there as it finds its way over to CROW Simonson. Simonson gets stripped of the ball here, and here come back the Warriors. Lachlan Gordon. He's just going to hold up and wait for his power play line to get out on the floor now. Warriors working with it here. It comes up to the point now. Down to the corner. Fed into the center there, and no dice on that play for the Warriors as now this comes out. They do recover. No reset of the shot clock, though, as it's down in the right corner and now finds its way to the shooter position for Carey. Carey up to the point to Royer, who lets that shot go there and right off the chest of Lukaweski, and now it's the Rebels headed back the other way. Matthew Vetch, he's going to stop up. 23 seconds to go here in the power play for the Warriors. We have another penalty coming up for interference to the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels, so the Warriors are going to be headed up 2 men here, as it looks to be Alex Zorniak headed to the box for Fort Saskatchewan. So 22 seconds of 5-on-3 play is what we will have when we resume. And now an overall extended power play for the Warriors. Starting with the ball at the top is going to be Caden Flett. Flett just waiting here for the referee signal. And here it comes as he's going to start stepping in now. Feeds that ball over nicely to Carey. Carey down to the corner. Trying to go back up to the point there. And it will be recovered now nicely by Josh Dewart as Dewart looking for his options, finds Royer. Royer and Dewart seem to be piggybacking. This one is down to that left crease position, but quick to get over was Lukaweski to make that stop there on the Warriors. Now fed all the way down the floor. Back 5-on-4 now, but still 1:34 remaining in this Warriors power play that was extended. Back on the floor now. You've seen him a lot and heard his name called a lot in this first period. It's Josh Dewart, who feeds that to the point now for Luke Royer. Royer utilizing the other Royer on the floor there as he's going to feed it now to Dewart. Dewart back to Royer. Lets that one go there, and a big save by Hunter Lukaweski as he's going to hold it in his own crease. 9:29 to go now in the first period. Ball fed out to the center. Rebels crossing half, and that's when I'll be sure to let you know to get your CROW LAX TV 50/50 tickets. Tickets on sale all month. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. The Rebels, they have it down here in the Warriors zone. Still down a man. 51 seconds to go on this power play for the Warriors as they're pushing the ball across half here once again. Here come the Warriors, fed to the point now, coming off the bench for Josh Dewart, who's going to work into that left shooter position where he's lived so far in this first period. To Royer now. Royer utilizing his man in the corner. Back up to the point now. Royer and Royer connection going on is back to Dewart now. Dewart down to the other corner there. It comes loose now. Stepped right out into the middle there, and a big save by Hunter Lukaweski. Diving across on his knees to stop it. It came outside of the crease there, and now they're going to shoot, and they score. The Warriors have taken the 2-0 lead over the Rebels. That looked to be Luke Royer with the goal there for the Warriors, and I'm not sure if the Rebels goaltender may be hurt on that play. That didn't allow him to get up with any pace. Still down is the Rebels goaltender, and coming off the bench now is the Rebels trainer. Nonetheless, with 8:31 to go in your first period, it's the it's the Warriors that lead the Rebels 2-0 here. Still down between the pipes is Hunter Lukaweski. Getting set on the bench now for the Rebels looks to be Bowen Carpenter, but we'll see if he's actually needed to come into this game. Quiet here at the Moyer Recreation Center while we learn what happens here with the Rebels starting goaltender Lukaweski. Goes down as the power play goal for the Warriors, and limping off the floor looks to be the left leg being favored here by Hunter Lukaweski, and hopefully, not that we'll see him return in this game, but hopefully we can see him return in the next, and nothing too serious for him. Shame to see your goaltender go down. It was a big save that he made that seemed to have caused the injury. Nonetheless, we'll get set at center here once again, following that Warriors goal. Stepping in to take it is Kyler Andrews up against the Rebels face-off man, Calix Simonson. Simonson couldn't win it there. It's Andrews who came away with it, and he headed towards the right side of the floor now, getting some pressure from Scrimshaw, but able to feed that ball off nicely now for Stachniak. Up to the point now, it's found its way to Dewart. Dewart holding on to it, slowing things down. 8:14 to go now in this first period as the Warriors continue to move around this ball. Fed out now to Redlick. Redlick Almost lost his handle. Rebels trying to recover, but it's going to get picked up by Luke Royer. Royer moving around, looking for his options. Finds his man, and now cross feed to Regan Carey. Couple cross checks going on between Carey and Scrimshaw here as they exchange words. Nonetheless, it's the Rebels who step across half. Vetch just going to toss that one off lightly to Jackson Baker. Baker with it now as the Rebels finish their change. 16 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Baker feeds that one cross floor. Working with it now is Mullen Eastwood. Eastwood running out of time on the shot clock. Back up to the point for Baker, who tries to feed down to the right crease position. And a quick shot there on net by Eastwood. Has the ball come out, and it's picked up nicely by Dylan Pook for the Rebels. Pook looking for his options out on the floor. Going to feed that across. Couldn't find his man in Joel Levette. The pass just a little bit at his hip there. Back up to the point now. Pook going to let that shot go in there, and a big save by Bayek as he'll close that one off in his own crease. Now look up the floor here. Once again, the Warriors have it. Crundwell brings that one across half. Going to pass that off for who? Guess it. It's Dewart. Dewart starting with the ball as he mostly does on the Warriors' possessions. A big shot from the point gets blocked up there, and it's the Rebels' ball. Jack Nickel beating out Dewart, who will now collapse to the floor here. Didn't seem to slip, maybe a bit of a trip there. Nonetheless, the Rebels still have possession now in the Warriors' zone as this ball gets fed off the bench to Mullen Eastwood. Eastwood taking some pressure here. There is a penalty upcoming here to the Warriors when they do get a possession. Rebels still moving around the ball here as it's loose now. Trying to recover it is Eastwood, and he does now. Takes a hit after the whistle there. And keeping getting pushed here, but no extra penalty seeming to be called as of right now. It's going to be the holding call upcoming to the Warriors, Levi Wolney, and the Rebels headed to their first power play of this contest. And this Rebels power play is brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They are here to help you buy it. 6:18 to go in the first 2 minutes of power play time for the Rebels. And this one I'll let you know to explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan as the Rebels continuing to pass around this ball. Still 20 seconds on this power play. It's a big shot from the point there by Jackson Baker. Gets saved by the right elbow of Bayek. Reset of the shot clock for the Rebels as they pick that ball up once again. Now fed quickly over. And thinking maybe that one snuck in there was Calix Simonson. The ref says no, and it's going to be Warriors ball now. Minute and a half to go in this Rebels power play. An opportunity to kill some time now for Edmonton. Caden Flett running around, all around, I should say, in the Rebels zone here. And now going to pass that one off to the point for Regan Carey. Carey fed that down to the corner. Rebels pursuing 2-on-1 here as they are up a man. Under 5.5 to go now in this first period. And that's going to be the end of the shot clock. So a good rag possession there by the Warriors. 5:20 to go now in the first period. 1:04 in this Rebels power play. Still not able to crack the goose egg so far. Has Fort Saskatchewan down 2-0 to the Warriors. But another opportunity here. Fed across nicely now. Tyler Manning up to the point for Baker. Baker and Manning playing a little bit of pass here. Baker, he's got it now. Gonna big shot there from the point. And another save by Bayek, who seems to have those outside shots dialed right in. Under 5 minutes to go now in the first 40 seconds in this Rebels power play as the Warriors start to ensue the rag possession here once again. Rebels all over him, but going to get picked up nicely by Dewart. Recovery by him. One of the bigger guys out there tonight is Dewart, but this pass going to be turned over, and the Rebels able to pick this one up. Down in the zone now and splitting, all in alone. Here come the Rebels there, and they're saying that's a goal. The Rebels have got back within one on the rushing play by Davin Badjama. Go down as the power play goal for Fort Saskatchewan. And as you can see on your screen at home now, 2-1 is your score. Still in favor of the Edmonton Warriors, but the Rebels starting to claw their way back here. 4:36 to go in the first as we get set at center here once again. Simonson, Andrews, who will get this one. It's going to be Simonson. Ball comes out. Scrimshaw going to have to chase this back into his own zone, feeling some big pressure here from Trenton Redlick. Down in the corner now. It's going to be the Warriors who strip the ball off Scrimshaw, and they'll have possession here in the Rebels zone, and that gets some cheers from their bench here is now Regan Carey. Going to bring it over to the right side of the floor as the rest of his offense get out there. Passed off nicely now to Dewart. Dewart down in the corner. That man floods up there and into the center there, and a great shot on net by Luke Royer, but a better save by Bowen Carpenter. And another breakaway opportunity for the Rebels. That one going to be stopped by Bayek as the Warriors going to look to head up the floor here once again. Regan Carey, he steps across half. Going to slow play down a little bit here. Saw some back and forth action going on. Is stepping out to try to steal away. That one was Jack Nickel, but the Warriors still with possession here. Holding on to it now, Redlick. He's able to feed that one to the point and now finds its way back to Josh Dewart. Dewart looking around the floor, scanning. Feeds that one cross floor now, finds Redlick. Redlick going to let that shot rip there and goes off the right glove there of Carpenter. Rebels back with it now. Fed over to Baker. Baker going to slow things down, hold up at the blue line as the rest of his offense comes out, and he'll pass it to Mullen Eastwood coming off the bench. Eastwood down to the corner using the behind the net as well. Are the Rebels is fed to the center there for Baker, but stolen away by the Warriors, and coming back with some pace here is Kyler Andrews. But he'll choose to stop up now and feed that off to Dewart. Dewart slowing play down once again, under 3 minutes to go now in the first period. Fed up to the point now for Stachniak. Stachniak back to Dewart, who finds his man in Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate cutting towards the center there, and a big save by Bowen Carpenter. The Rebels trying to recover here, and they do. Bringing it across half now. It's Aiden Herring who has the ball and going to feed that one off to Jackson Kohut and head to the bench. Kohut, 2 Warriors on him right now as the rest of the Rebels offense not quite out there, but now they got the full line change completed. Cross floor feed there, couldn't find the target in Dylan Pook. Covered up by a couple Warriors there, but now a battle for the loose ball behind the net. Rebels trying to grab back possession here. It would be a big recovery here for Fort Saskatchewan, who haven't quite been able to sit on top of that stat category so far in the first. Is now creeping up on 2 minutes to go in the first as the Warriors going to be able to cross half here once again. Golka, he has it. Feeling some pressure from Scrimshaw, but able to pass that ball off now. Finds its way to the point now. Dewart feeds right in the center there, and just wide on the shot opportunity, but had the goaltender down. Carpenter count himself maybe a little lucky on that one as a loose ball recovered here by the Warriors. Luke Royer, he's got it behind the net now and feeds that one back up for Aiden Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate to Dewart. Dewart gonna pull this one in a little closer as he's pursued by Ryan McBride. Cross floor feed now back to Wellner Bate, who's got the ball now. Wellner Bate trying to find an option back to Dewart, who's kind of around the blue line, but bringing it in closer now. Let's a big shot go from the point there, and that's saved by Bowen Carpenter as the Rebels back with possession now. Jack Nickel going to cross half and wait for his offense to get out there. 1:03 to go now in this first period as the ball with Kalix Simonson now. Simonson still holding on to it there along the right side of the floor at the shooter position. Feeds that one into the center. Trying to find a lane to shoot is Ethan Jolivet. Couldn't quite find it. Looked to pass that off, but going to get picked up by the Warriors here once again now. Brought across half by Danny Fair. Fair drops that for Dewart. Dewart, another big shot from the point there, and he scores! You could sense it coming for Dewart, his second goal of this contest, and the Warriors have a 3-1 lead over the Rebels, reestablishing that 2-goal spread. .36.2 to go in the first. It's the Warriors that lead the Rebels by 2 as we'll get set at center here once again. It's going to be Kyler Andrews up against Kalix Simonson, the only matchup in the dot we've seen so far in this contest. Now that going to get pulled out. It's the Warriors with the ball at the point. We do have a man down, and that's when I'll let you know. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard. Led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, they are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. And not good to see for the Rebels, a second player in this game down on the floor and not popping back up right away. A could be mistaken, but it looks to be Ben Renault down right now. .29.2 to go in the first period as conversation continues between trainer and player on the floor. Hopefully for Renault, this is not an occurrence that will take him out of the game. It's been a strong period so far for both sides here. The Warriors, of course, out ahead. And really, I think the difference has just been their ball recovery so far for the Warriors in their own zone and the Rebels zone. Is offensively, they've been able to recover a couple shots as well. And Renault now able to get back to his feet, but still seeming like he's in some pain and favoring his right leg is Renault here. As he's got some help from Vetch and Tej Brown to find his way to the bench. And it looks like for Renault, he's going to make his way directly back to the locker room here for the Rebels. And that's another big personnel loss for Fort Saskatchewan. It's going to be the Warriors who are going to start with the ball at the point here. It looks to be Brody Stachniak lining up at that center dot to do so. 29.2 to go in the period. 25 is what they're showing on the shot clock right now. So the Warriors, no doubt, going to try to hold on to this ball till towards the end of the period to make sure that the Rebels don't get another possession. As now play blown in. Dewart playing a little bit of pass here with Stachniak. Continuing to hold on to it. This looks exactly to be the game plan for the Warriors here. Stachniak now going to start the movement. It comes back out to Dewart. Dewart feeds that cross floor. Big shot towards the net there by Royer. And that one goes just wide. 2 seconds now on the scoreboard. And that's going to do it for the first period. After one, it's the Warriors that lead the Rebels from the Moyer Recreation Center here 3-1. And before I let you go, I do want to let you know that CROW LAX TV and the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 Division are proud to be supporting the Chris Letendre Wellness Foundation and the Canadian Mental Health Association to implement their Talk Today program. In 2020, a beloved player of the game to many in the North Division, Chris Letendre, died by suicide at age 25 while battling mental health issues. The Chris Letendre Wellness Foundation was formed in 2021 to preserve his memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health in the game of lacrosse and beyond. You can donate to the Chris Letendre Foundation via our social media channels at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. Again, thank you for listening for the first period. My name's Aiden Bolsgaard. Keenan Kanda is on the camera, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes with your second period. Hello and welcome back live here on CROW LAX TV. My name is Aiden Bullsgard and we're getting set for the second period between the Rebels and the Warriors. The Warriors currently leading this one 3-1 over the Rebels are going to come away with the opening draw as well. For Saskatchewan moving broadcast left to right in this period. Warriors have it up at the point right now. It's Stachniak. He'll pass that one off to Carey, who's going to hit that one cross floor. Royer, he's got it now. Makes contact with his man. Tried to feed it inside there for Regan Carey, but couldn't quite connect on that one. It's going to be the Rebels who come up with it now. Vetch going to be the man to bring it across half. Push us in with some speed. Vetch rips that one there from outside the 24. Another quick chance there for the Rebels. And Manning stopped up there by Lucas Bialik. My apologies to him in the first period. A mispronunciation, but now hopefully we got that all fixed up there. Is over and back going to get called against the Warriors, and that's going to send the Rebels back into the offensive zone. Jack Nickel going to pick that one up for the Rebels. Feed that up to the point nicely for Ethan Jolivet. Jolivet now looking for a lane. Swims his first man. Going to get in all alone. Lets that shot go, and a big save there by Bialik, getting down and squeezing that ball up. And here come the Warriors back the other way. 19 minutes to go in the second, so if you're just tuning in, you're here at the right time for some second period action between the Warriors and the Rebels. It's the Warriors with possession right now. Fed over to the right side of the floor. It's Regan Carey who's got it right now. Looks for an open lane, feeds that one into the middle, and all alone there and gets the crease violation called on him. Does Aiden Wellner bait. Nonetheless, ball stays out of the net. Score remains 3-1, and here come the Rebels across half once again. Reese Walsh brings it across, passes that one in. The Rebels offense now out on the floor. Fed into the center there, knocked down to the ground, and dig for the loose ball now as the Warriors going to pick it up and head back out with some speed. Levi Wolney right down the center. Made his way all the way into Rebels territory. Now going to choose to pass that ball off to Caden Flett, and both of them are going to go for a change. The ball finds its way to Regan Carey. Carey looking for a lane. Feeds that one down to the corner, and it now comes back up. And for Josh Dewart, Dewart tried to feed that to the opposite crease position, but it comes out loose and picked up by the Rebels. Ethan Jolivet now with it, looking up the floor. Feeds that into the center, and the Rebels going to bring it across half. With it now, Mullen Eastwood. Feeds that down to the corner. Popped all the way back out to the point for Jackson Kohut. Kohut going to let a big shot rip there, and it goes off the left pad of Bialik and out to the boards. Trying to recover here is Fort Saskatchewan. They do have it, but pinned up along the boards. Loose ball foul going to be called on the Rebels, and it's going to be Warriors ball as they'll look to head out of the zone here once again. Redlick coming out, and it's going to be a penalty upcoming here, and it looks like it's going to the Warriors. Headed to the box is Caden Golka, and early here, the Rebels going to be headed back to the power play, and this Rebels power play is brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They are here to help you buy it. It looks like starting at the point with the ball for the Rebels is going to be none other than Jackson Baker. 17.5 to go here into this second period. Play going to get blown in. Baker going to bring this into the zone. He feeds it to the right side of the floor to begin with as the Rebels start to play some pass here to start off this power plays. Baker faked the shot there and fed it into the right crease position. Gets the ball back here once again. This time lets the shot go, and that goes off the right elbow there of Bialik. Going to be turned over to the Warriors, who have a short-handed breakaway. Here come the Warriors in all alone. Quick shot there and a big save by Bowen Carpenter. Warriors able to grab their own rebound there. Caden Fleck going to feed that all the way back up to the point for Levi Wolney as the rag continues here for the Warriors. 1:26 to go in the Rebels power play. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the possession for the Warriors. Wolney feeling some pressure from Matthew Vetch. Chooses to feed this one up to the point. A nice job to bring that pass in by Josh Dewart. Dewart now going to work his way in. Gets a shot on net and a nice save there by Bowen Carpenter. And the Rebels have possession now. Fed out to the left. Coming across half, it's Davin Bajma. Bajma passes this off now. Going to go for a change as Mullen Eastwood brings it in closer to the Warriors' net. Fed out to the point again for Baker. Baker now to the left for Kohut. Kohut back to Baker. They'll play some pass. Baker looking for a lane. Going to feed that back to Kohut in the center there, and he just couldn't quite let that one go. Or my apologies, in the center there, that was Tyler Manning. Loose once again here. And now it's going to get turned over to the Warriors. 36 seconds to go. And it looks like a delay of game penalty to be assessed to the Rebels here. And that's what happens. You can't roll the ball away at the expiration of the shot clock. Stings the Rebels that time around as Tyler Manning going to head to the box, and that'll even us up 4-on-4 for the next 34 seconds. Starting at the point with the ball is going to be Regan Carey. Carey going to step in here. Feed that over to Dewart. Back up for Carey now. He gets past his man. Gets in on a shot there, and a nice save by Carpenter. Fed out along the left here once again. The Rebels working back the other way. 17 seconds to go here, 4-on-4 before the Rebels are on the penalty kill. So maybe an opportunity to get a chance here before they have to deal with that. Still working around here is Fort Saskatchewan. 2 seconds to go, 4-on-4. And now it's a Warriors power play. The Rebels still with possession here. And this shot going to get let go, and it ends up just wide. Held up at the point, though, nicely by Alex Zorniak. But now turned over. And this Rebels penalty kill is brought to you by 5-2 Projects, providing construction services tailored to meet the unique needs of each client. Committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceptional customer services. 5-2 Projects. The Warriors down in the Rebel zone now. 1:05 of power play time remaining for them, trying to extend their lead out to 3 here. There's some pass going on right now between Dewart and Royer. Ball comes out loose in the center. The Rebels going to be able to pick that one up. Now headed up the floor is Davin Bajima, who almost got a hook around the neck there, it seemed, but no dice on that play. Bajima still with the ball here, continuing to rag off this penalty kill for the Rebels. But now a quick turnover and come back the other way. It's Dane Menon. Menon in all alone, lets that shot go and seemed to almost trickle along the line, but stopped up in the crease nicely by who looked to be Calix Simonson, who will now bring it across half. Simonson just going to dish that one off nicely there to Mullen Eastwood, and what a save on the goal line there by Simonson. Baker with it now. 15 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Rebels. Baker still working with it. Lets that shot go. He scores. The underarm shot by Jackson Baker gets the Rebels back within 1. 3-2 is your score. 11 seconds to go on this Warriors power play when we resume. .14 to go in the second. Score remains low and close between these two sides. Back in the center dot, once again, it's Calix Simonson and Kyler Andrews. Andrews going to come up with that draw this time. Hard time trying to garner a good possession here, but now finds a man, and the Warriors have gained some space, but that'll do it for their power play, as back 5-on-5 here. Stepping out of the box for the Rebels is Tyler Manning. Looking for a shot is Dewart, but chooses to feed that to the point. Almost stealing that one away on the pass was Calix Simonson. 5 seconds to work with on the shot clock now for the Warriors. Is Dewart going to feed that cross, getting in all alone. Crease dive there, and they're calling the crease violation on Aiden Wellner bait there. But it did find its way to the back of the net, but no goal going to be the call, as the Rebels with possession and back into Warriors territory here once again. Moving the ball around. It comes down to the corner. 10-7. It's a score in the third period between the Outlaws and the CROW. It's a little out-of-town scoreboard action for you there as the Rebels continue to work this ball around. And ball comes out loose there, and a shot towards the net by Dylan Pook, and that's stopped between the legs of Bialik. 13:08 to go in the second. Warriors with possession in Rebels territory once again. Regan Carey trying to find a way around his man and Ryan McBride. Carey still with it now. Switched off defenders, tried to feed it to the left crease, but the ball going to find its way back out to Carey at the point now. He'll feed that to the right in Wellner bait, and shot towards the net. Ends up in a turnover possession to the Rebels. As crossing the half point for them is Reese Walsh. Walsh going to feed that over to the right. Bringing that one up to the point was Kohut, who's now fed that to the left. And big shot coming here, there, and that one's going to be stopped on the shot by Calix Simonson. Warriors with the ball in their own zone here, and speeding across half is Caden Flett. Flett going to slow up just above the blue line here. Sorry, I should say below the blue line. And now going to leave that there for Regan Carey. Carey, pass across for Dewart. Dewart looking for a shot lane here. Going to pass that off now. Carey with the ball once again. Feeds that one up to the point, but stolen away by the Rebels, and now coming back with some pace. Here come the Rebels. Ashton Johnson. He passed that one off. With it now for the Rebels is Alex Zorniak. Zorniak finds a passing option, feeds that one to the center there, and a nice shot by Tyler Manning, but an even better save by Bialik there. Rebels still with possession and a fresh 30 to work with now. Is another shot from the point. The bounce shot went wide and off the glass and out of play, so that's going to be Warriors ball here. 3-2 remains your score. 11.5 to go now in the second period. Warriors across half here once again. Ball fed off to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate crosses the white line now, looking for his passing options. Going to go all the way back up above the blue line for Dewart, who brings the ball down deep now himself. Dewart trying to find a lane into the Rebels 24. Can't quite find it. Dewart into the center now. A quick shot there and stopped up nicely by Carpenter on the attempt by Luke Royer. Now the Rebels moving their way across half here once again. Jack Nickel. He'll step in, pass that one to the man coming off the bench, and Calix Simonson. Cross floor feed there and not able to get buried. It comes through and they score! That one looked to have gotten lost in the pads of Bialik. And it seemed to be Calix Simonson who came up with the goal there for the Rebels. So we have a 3-3 tie now at the Moyer Recreation Center. Be sure to get your CROW LAX TV 50/50 tickets. Tickets on sale all month. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. The Rebels come up with the ball. Off of that face-off, quick dump in, finds its way to Mullen Eastwood. Eastwood fed that cross the floor there, not able to get a shot on net. 10:35 to go now in the second period. Warriors with it in their own zone. Cross half now. Levi Wolney going to feed that off to Carey. Regan Carey with the ball now. Gets it to Dewart. Dewart looking for a lane, chooses to go low. Dewart diving in. A quick shot there, and oh my, what a save. Bowen Carpenter sliding across and takes it off the top of the left shoulder. Warriors able to recover the ball, and another opportunity and another stop by Bowen Carpenter, and this time the Rebels able to pick up, and Zorniak across half now. Alex Zorniak has a lane to the net. Going to let that one go, and a save there by Bialik. Leaves it in his crease, and Carey going to be able to pick it up. Under 10 minutes to go now in this second period, and the Warriors across half once again. Now driving towards the net. Warriors again there, and that shot just wide by Danny Fair. Picked up by the Rebels. Vetch trying to spring the floor there, but couldn't quite get away with it. But the Rebels do maintain possession here as Tyler Manning picks that up, feeds that into the middle, and their shot saved by Bialik here once again. 9.5 to go now in this second period. The Rebels continuing to work with the ball. 22 seconds to go on this shot clock as Pook to the point there, and that shot let go by Jolivet ends up and out of play. So Warriors get possession now as they'll step across half. Dane Menon. Menon going to feed that one off for Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate looking for his man. Finds it in Carey, who gets it to Dewart. Dewart looking for his options now. Going to let that low shot go, and it finds its way into the pads of Carpenter. And going to be frozen as now the Rebels going to step out here once again. Coming across half with it is Ryan McBride. McBride going to feed that down and finds his way to the stick of Mullen Eastwood. Eastwood, a nice behind-the-back pass, finds his man there in Calix Simonson, who escapes behind the net and looks for another passing option, and up to the point now. Down to the corner, not able to bring that one in is Baker. 8:42 to go now in the second, and it's going to be Warriors ball. 3-3 remains here tie. The Rebels found their way back into this one. Is coming across half here are the Warriors. Wolney still looking for a passing option. Feeling the pressure there. Fed it across now for Dewart. Dewart finds his man in Luke Royer. Royer feeds that right to Dewart there, who tried to let that go with some pace, but no dice that time around. And now the Rebels going to be able to pick up. It's Jack Nickel who's going to bring it across half. Nickel has Vetch with him, but feeds the man coming off the bench in Jackson Kohut, who's going to bring it a little more outside and allow the Rebels to get set up now. Kohut tried to go up to the point there to Mullen Eastwood, but over and back going to be called against the Rebels here. Exactly 8 minutes on the clock in this second period. Warriors with it here in Rebels territory now. Carey along the right side of the floor, feeds that across. Now Dewart trying to duck into the zone. Did get cut off. Tried to feed Carey outside once again. But it comes loose and going to be pulled away by Bowen Carpenter, who is now going to spring the ball right up the middle and bringing it across halves is Alex Zorniak. Zorniak fed that one into the middle. I thought it may have found its way in. A little ripple of the net, but between the legs of Bialik there, and another big save from him, keeping this game all square at 3-3. Warriors back into Rebels territory again. Dewart feeds that down to the corner, not able to quite gather in that pass. Going to get picked up by the Rebels, who now look to make their way up the floor. Bajma feeds that ahead for Vetch. Vetch trying to break in here. Lets that shot go there, and a nice save by Bialik once again. Matthew Vetch, 2 goals in each of the first home games for the Rebels this season. Nothing on the board yet today, but dangerous in transition is Matthew Vetch. 7 minutes to go now in the second. Ball fed up to the point for Wellner Bate as the Warriors are back in Rebels territory. Once again, a nice pick there on Vetch, and Wellner Bate lets that shot go, and another save by Bowen Carpenter, who's looking for his passing options coming out of the zone. Goes to the man closest to him there in Reese Walsh, who crosses half now. Walsh holding up at the blue line. Feeds that one down to the corner. Looks to be Baker with it now. Feeds that all the way to the left. Trying to break his way in is Tyler Manning. Manning getting some pressure now. Has to pass that off to Baker. Only 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Baker diving inside. Lets that shot go there, and a nice save by Bialik. 6:25 to go now in this second period as the Warriors head up the floor once again. Crossing half. Danny Fair going to feed that off for Carey. Regan Carey crosses the blue line now. Going to stop up, wait for his offense to get out there. Carey now has them all. Dewart open up at the point, as the Warriors have been doing all night, keeping a man very high, allowing to open up that extra space in the middle, I think would be the goal for the Warriors in this one. His ball to the point for Dewart, who lets a shot go. Little bounce shot on to Carpenter, but he makes a save, and the Rebels able to recover now in their own zone. Ryan McBride going to feed that across half. A bit of a pass there, a dangerous pass, is not aware of his surroundings. Was Davin Bajma and was getting lined up, but nothing too hard coming as of that one. 5:38 to go now in this second period as the Warriors back down into Rebels territory with some speed. Dewart with his shoulder pad hanging out of his jersey. Fed that one across the floor. Comes back cross and back up to the point for Dewart here once again. Dewart feeling some pressure here from Vetch, chooses to pass that one off. Now a bit of a rainbow pass, finds his way back to Dewart. Only 6 seconds to work with now on the shot clock. Quick shot there by the Warriors, and that one goes off of Carpenter and ends up wide, and the Rebels going to recover now. Comes up across half, and Jack Nickel going to bring it down with some speed. Into the center there, and not able to grab it was Dylan Pook. Warriors recover now. Quick pass, not able to gather it in right away there was Trenton Redlick. So he's just going to pull that one back out as the Rebels defense able to get out there now. Fed off to Dewart. 4:51 to go now in the second as Dewart goes up to the point for Carey, who's going to just jog this one over to the right side of the floor. Carey to Dewart. Back to Carey. He's going to let that shot go. A nice bouncer. Goes high and over the net. Expiration of the shot clock now. Rebels going to pick it up. And it's going to be Tej Brown who brings it across half. Brown finds his way, trying to go through the middle of 2 men, and it's going to be turned over, and come back the other way are the Warriors. In all alone, a quick shot on net, they score! Dane Menon has got the lead back for the Warriors. 4-3 is your score here from the Moyer Recreation Center. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and River Valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. 4:22 to go in the second period. Lining up at center once again. Face-off violation called against the Warriors, so that's going to allow the Rebels to just pick up possession here. With it now is Kalix Simonson. He'll feed that one off to Jolivet as he goes for a change there. Pook, he's got it now for the Rebels. Going to find his way around his man. Looking to get inside once again. He does. Makes a little crease dive there. And right into the chest pad of Bialik. We got 2 players tied up here behind the Warriors' net. Pushing at each other. We'll see if any of the penalties come of this one. It looked to be Baker involved there. And it looks like it may just be the Warrior headed to the box here, and Levi Wolney. So still Wolney, the only man headed to the box here. So it looks like we're headed to a Rebels power play. Conversations continue. As soon as I have confirmation, I'll make sure that's the case, but that's exactly what it's looking like as of right now. My apologies, actually. Oh, no, indeed. Baker just coming out to grab the ball. So this Rebels Power Play is brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They are here to help you buy it as the Rebels start a 4-minute power play here. Just tying this game up not too long ago. Now looking for the game break or the tie-breaking goal, sorry. He's continuing to pass around here. Back up to the point for Baker. Lets a big shot go there, and they're not saying that was a shot on net, so the shot clock remains. Only 7 seconds to work with. Another one towards the net, and that one gets into the pads of Bialik, but not into the net. So Warriors ball now as they're going to bring this across half and look to clear off some time. Caden Flett brings it across the blue line. 3.5 to go in the second, about 3:25 to go in this Rebels power play. So if not able to score on either halves of this double minor, this should remain until towards the end of the third. Warriors still with it now. Dewart continuing to kill this off, just chucks that one into the corner. Matthew Vetch now going to pick it up for the Rebels as they'll look to work on this power play once again. Vetch across half, drops that one off nicely there for Simonson. Simonson going to feed that to Baker now as the Rebels get set up on the power play. Baker, he's got it. Down to the corner now and moving behind the net are the Rebels to open up some more space. Fed out now to the right shooter. Left shooter up to the point now for Baker once again as he lets the underarm shot go there, and that's just wide, but going to be recovered by Kohut. Kohut, the quick feed back to the 24, blocked away, but it's going to be Warriors ball now. Picked up quickly by Caden Gulka, and he'll bring it across half. 2.5 to go now in this second period, and 2.5 to go in the Warriors penalty kill. Dewart. He's got it, doing everything for the Warriors here tonight. Always on offense. Now out on the penalty kill. Still hasn't fixed that shoulder pad. Fed right to the center there, and what an opportunity for the Warriors. Short-handed. But the Rebels keep that one out of the net and feed it back up the floor to start this power play once again. Mullen Eastwood, he has it and brings it to that left shooter position as the rest of the offense get out on the floor. Tyler Manning now to the point for Baker. Baker to the right shooter now. Kohut going to feed that one behind the net. Under 2 minutes to go now in the second. Not a lot of movement so far on this power play. It's a quick stick opportunity there for the Rebels. Going to get picked up once again. Is now trying to step in there and get something towards the net, but stopped up nicely by Bialik, and the Warriors going to bring this across half once again. Lachlan Gordon, he has it. 1.5 minutes to go now in the second and 1.5 minutes to go in this Rebels power play. Warriors passing it around here. Carey, he's got it along the right side of the floor in between that red line and the blue line. Carey pinned up along the boards now by two Rebels. Ball does come loose. Carey now able to separate from his man. Fed along here. The Rebels back in. Calix Simonson. He's got it along the right. Feeds that one up nicely for Kohut. Kohut back to Simonson. Cross feed there and a quick stick opportunity. Stopped up nicely there by the Warriors. And now quick fast break coming back the other way shorthanded. The Warriors, that shot on net, they score! The Warriors, shorthanded, have gotten a 2-goal lead now. Dane Menon, his second goal of this contest, has made it 5-3 for the Warriors. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard. Led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, they are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Warriors with the ball off that draw once again. 44 seconds to go in this period is another shorthanded opportunity there by Luke Royer. This one being stopped by Bowen Carpenter. 35 seconds to go now in this Rebels power play, almost matching the game clock here as well, as the Rebels now going to move their way up across half once again. Bringing it up was Calix Simonson. He'll dish it now for Baker. Baker gets that pass back. Fed it to Kohut, back to Baker. Baker with it now, working with Manning and Kohut mostly here. Here's a big rip from the point there, and that one misses the net. And back down to the Rebels zone. 5 seconds to go now in the period. Over and back going to be called on the Rebels, so the Warriors with a chance to get a shot on net here. Shorthanded in the dying seconds of the second. Is Dewart going to pick this one up? Play gets blown in now. Going to get pinned up along the boards, and that should essentially do it for this second period. So after 40 minutes, it's the Warriors that lead the Rebels in Fort Saskatchewan 5-3. And before I let you go, I want to let you know that CROW LAX TV and the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 Division are proud to be supporting the Chris Letendre Wellness Foundation and the Canadian Mental Health Association to implement their Talk Today program. In 2020, a beloved player of the game to many in the North Division, Chris Letendre, died by suicide, aged 25, while battling mental health issues. The Chris Letendre Wellness Foundation was formed in 2021 to preserve his memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health in the game of lacrosse and beyond. You can visit our social media channels at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X for more information on the Chris Letendre Foundation and how to support. Again, thank you for listening live here on CROW LAX TV. My name is Aiden Bolsgaard. Keenan Kanda is on the camera, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes with your third period. Hello and welcome back here on CROW LAX TV. My name is Aiden Bolsgaard. Keenan Canada is on the camera, and you're here for a third period matchup between the Rebels and the Warriors, where the Warriors on the road lead the Rebels 5-3. Can they hang on, or can the Rebels come back? We'll see here. Is pulling that one out of the draw is Simonson, but it's going to be the Warriors who come away with it now in a quick fast break and a quick shot towards the net and a save there by Bowen Carpenter, wasting no time getting going in this third period of the Warriors. As now Vetch has it, and he's going to step across half and pass that one off now to Dylan Pook. Pook, he's got it. Looking for his options out on the floor. Going to try to move that one deeper into the right. Going to pass that one off now. His pass a little high, but able to be recovered nicely there by Ethan Jolivet. Jolivet working his way around now. Lets that one go short side. I thought it snuck its way in, but nailed directly on that short side post and back out. And the Warriors have it now, creeping up on 19 minutes to go now in the third. That's already your first minute dissipated in this contest, as now it's going to be too many men called against the Warriors here, it looks. So the Rebels, after finishing the second period on the power play, look like they're going to get to start the third here on the power play as well. So this Rebels power play is brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They are here to help you buy it. The Rebels trail in this one by 2. Did let a shorthanded goal in their last time on the power play. Looking to clean that up here on this one is Baker. Helping pass this one around as Manning feeds that one behind the net. Now brought out right out in front. They score. Little sneaky shot on net by Calix Simonson. Gets the Rebels back within one. The second goal of the night for Simonson, and making quick work of the power play are the Rebels. So 5-4 is your score. 18:57 to go in this third period. Stepping in to take the draw is the goal scorer, Calix Simonson, up against Kyler Andrews, as it has been all night. Ball comes out. Rebels going to be able to pick that one up. Matthew Vetch tries to work in along the left, takes a hit and has to spin back the other way. Vetch now passes that one off. Fed into the middle of the floor once again. Tyler Manning, he's got it. Feeds it down to the corner, fed up to the point now. Quick shot there on net by Mullen Eastwood. That one just goes wide, and it's going to find its way across half, so over and back called on the Rebels. And this one, I'll remind you, to get your CROW LAX TV 50/50 tickets. Tickets on sale all month. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. This ball fed across. The Warriors trying to get an open lane here going in the Rebel zone, trying to reestablish that 2-goal lead they had only moments ago. Dewart kind of scoop passes that one to the center. Didn't find a home, and out to the boards now. The Warriors do recover here, stepping in as well. And their Beidou gets knocked down to the floor, and the Rebels going to head back the other way with some speed. Here comes Jack Nickel. He's in one-on-one. Lets that shot go and almost creeped its way through the legs there of Bialik, but stopped up. And now the Warriors going to have their attempt at getting back with some speed. That pass gets mixed up, and looks like a penalty upcoming here to the Rebels. Headed to the box here for Fort Saskatchewan looks to be Alex Zorniak. So the Warriors headed back to the power play. This penalty kill for the Rebels is brought to you by 5-2 Projects, providing construction services tailored to meet the unique needs of each client, committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceptional customer service. Starting at the point with the ball here is Luke Royer. Royer pass that off to Carey now and down to the corner, and Carey going to get the return feed. 2 minutes of power play time here as Dewart's got it. Feeds Carey, who's going to step in a little closer now. Gets hit as he's trying to let go of the shot, and he doesn't get all of what he wanted there. So scooped up in his own crease by Carpenter. Moved up the floor into the middle. Now pass right ahead. Vetch couldn't quite gather that one in. It is loose, but the Rebels now able to get that one as Ashton Johnson. He picks it up, spins off his man as the ragging of the ball now starts for the Rebels. Vetch has it behind the net. One hand on his stick. Willing to use the boards here to help kill some time. 5 seconds to go on this shot clock here. Vetch pinned up along the boards as the Rebels go for a preemptive change here, and that's as pretty of a penalty kill as you can see here in the game of lacrosse. 1:10 to go now in the Warriors power play. Is Dewart going to pick this one up? Calm with the ball is Josh Dewart. He feeds it now to Royer. Royer feeds that to Carey now. It's back to Dewart. Dewart going to let a big shot go there, and a nice save by Bowen Carpenter. Rebels now working up the floor here, shorthanded. Once again, getting across half is Davin Badgema. Badgema feeds that one off for Reese Walsh, who's going to hold on to it at the rag line now, looking to move maybe a little deeper. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 38 seconds in this Warriors power play. Walsh still with it, spinning off a few men here, and now loses possession of the ball. Does come out loose and going to be recovered by the Warriors. As they head up the floor here once again, stepping across half and passing it off to Dewart. 16:08 to go now in the third. 15 seconds in this Warriors power play. Dewart, he's got it now. Feeds that to the corner and gets a return feed. Now up to Royer. To Dewart. Dewart to Carey. Carey to Royer. Royer lets a big shot, though, there, and a nice right shoulder save by Carpenter. Now up for Royer. Royer passed that one down to the corner for Wellner Bate, who tried to let go the quick stick but didn't get all of that one. Wellner Bate still with it now. Big shot from the point and a save there by Carpenter, and that'll do it for the Warriors power play. We're back 5-on-5 as this one goes high. Didn't catch a piece of the ceiling according to the referee, so back the other way. Here come the Warriors. Wolney going to leave that one there as Dewart comes out. He's going to have a rush towards the net, dives in, and now going to let that one go and put it over top of Carpenter there. Good on Carpenter to not drop down too quick there and didn't give the top of the net to Dewart, who has the ball here now, feeds that to the center. An in-tight shot there, and that one comes out loose, and it looks like a loose ball push being called on the Rebels, so it's going to be Warriors ball with 15:10 to go now in the third, and this pass going to find its way across half and over and back, going to be called on Edmonton, so coming back to pick up this loose ball quickly is the Rebels. Kohut fed that one up to the point. With it now looks to be Simonson. Simonson looking for his options. Finds Kohut, who feeds that one now to Manning. Manning going to let that shot go there. A little sidearm and off the end boards. It into the roof, but they're saying it didn't touch nothing. So now Baker able to grab that. Lets that shot go, and that one just wide there. Is shot clock expiring now, so the Rebels go for a change. 14:40 to go now in this third period. 5-4 remains your score in favor of the Warriors as they pick up the ball now in Fort Saskatchewan territory. Fed up to the point now for Dewart. Dewart. His pass couldn't connect, and it's going to get picked up nicely by Carpenter, and now feeds that all the way up the floor for Matthew Vetch, who couldn't quite gather that one in. Almost had it, but no dice that time around, and now quickly ahead for Dewart once again. Dewart getting pursued by Matthew Vetch, who feeds that off nicely to Carey. Carey gives that to Royer. Royer cross for Dewart now. Dewart looking for his options. Going to step in there, and a nice shot, but a better save by Bowen Carpenter as the Rebels trying to head out now. Ball comes out loose. Recovered by the Warriors here once again, keeping possession in Rebels territory. Under 14 minutes to go now in the third. Up to the point for Dewart again. Jack Nickel letting his man know he's there. Ball fed across. Dewart going to pick that up off the boards. Dewart fed to the center there, and Carey gets knocked over, but that's going to draw a penalty call here as that's stopped up by Carpenter. And now we got some rough stuff going on here. And it looked like Aiden Herring wanted a little more to happen there, but Regan Carey putting his hands in the sky saying he wants no part of it there. So Herring headed to the box right now. See what comes of it here, but no doubt the Warriors going to be headed to the power play. Just be a matter of how long it is they have it for. So roughing the initial call here. And another call for the face mask, it looks as well. So it's a double minor assessed here to Herring. 2 minutes for roughing, 2 minutes for the face mask. So double minor power play for the Warriors. 4 minutes to work with 13:35 to go in the period. Still leading by 1. Dewart, pass that one off. It finds its way down to the corner for Stachniak. Back up for Dewart. Dewart to Royer. They play a little bit of pass here. And that one from Royer going to get away from Dewart, and it's going to be the over and back called against the Warriors, allowing the Rebels to pick up in Warriors territory here. In to pick it up is Mullen Eastwood for Fort Saskatchewan, who feeds that up to the point right away there for Calix Simonson. Sorry, Calix Simonson is fed right to the center there, and looking to take the slash was Dylan Pook. Nonetheless, Rebels recover again. 17 seconds here on the shot clock. Mullen Eastwood trying to find his way away from his man, and now drops it, but picked up nicely there by Tyler Manning, who brings that down. Going to feed it back up again. Fed in for Pook. Pook makes a nice move, trying to get that shot off, and he does, and a big save there by Bialik. Lucas Bialik doing good there as he tries to fire one right up the middle, stolen away by the Rebels. 12:40 to go now in this third period, and 3 minutes to go in this Warriors power play as the Rebels bring it down once again, showing off a masterclass of a penalty kill. Kohut, he's got it at the rag line. Gets a pick there, throws it to Baker. Baker back up to Kohut. Kohut going to let a big shot go there, and they're saying it did catch a piece of Bialik. So still going to be Rebels ball here with another fresh 30 to work with. 2:38 to go now on the Warriors power play, and most of the time been spent in their own zone. 12:07 to go in the period. Kohut, he's got it now. Kohut, little scoop pass up to Baker. Baker going to let a big shot go there, and that one ends up wide. Rebels able to recover. 7 seconds on the shot clock as that one gets whipped in and blocked by Kyler Andrews. Warriors have the ball now as they're going to bring it across half. Wellner Bate brings it in and fakes the pass there. Didn't trick the Rebels on that one as Royer to Dewart. Dewart down to the corner. Comes back up now, and Dewart's got it once again. Quick shot there along the corner by Luke Royer, but better that time was Bowen Carpenter. 11:17 to go now in the third. Has come back with some speed are the Rebels. Alex Zorniak, he's got it now and brings it over to the right side of the floor. Of course, the Rebels moving broadcast right to left, as you figured out so far in this third period. And a minute and a half to go in the Warriors power play. 11:02 to go in this third period. Comes back up to the point here once again. Tyler Manning's got it. Spins off his first man. Has to get around the second now as he lost his handle out of the cradle of the ball there. And does come away, but going to be able to pick it up once again was Manning, but expiration of the shot clock is going to turn that ball over to the Warriors. Minute 10 to go now in their power play. 10:44 to go in this third period. Regan Carey, he's got it now. Feeds that one up to the point for Josh Dewart. Dewart back to Carey and a return feed once again now to the corner. Carey with it once again. Carey to Dewart, who lets that one rip there, and a nice stick save by Bowen Carpenter. Comes loose and Matthew Vetch has picked it up. Gets bumped into his man, and a possible breakaway opportunity here for Vetch, who pulls it in. A crease dive, and they're saying he stepped in there. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I think Vetch did get his foot up in time, but nonetheless, the referee closer than I am, so this game remains 5-4 in favor of the Warriors. And 30 seconds to go in their power play, and 10:02 to go in this third period. Dewart, he's got it now. Feeds that to the corner, into the center. Now comes loose for Royer there, and off the top of the shoulder of Rebels goaltender Carpenter, and the Warriors maintain possession. Wellner Bate playing some pass with Dewart. Is Carey now going to let this one go, and stopped up nicely by Carpenter once again. Only 8 seconds to go now in this Warriors power play as the Rebels head across half here once again. Trying to feed that one low was Davin Bachma, but that'll now do it here for the Warriors power play. 9.5 to go now in this third period. At the point now, Caden Flett passed that one off. With it now for the Warriors is Dane Menon. Menon going to feed that over to Dewart, who had to jump up to grab that pass there, but maintaining possession of the Warriors. Still 10 seconds to work with here on this shot clock. Dewart going to let that one rip, and it just goes wide of net. A rebound opportunity, another stop there by Carpenter, keeping his team in this game. They only trail by one. Can the Rebels come back? 9 minutes to go now in the third from the Moyer Recreation Center as Baker's got it down in Warriors territory. Baker, he's working with it. To feed that into the center. A close in tight shot there for Tyler Manning. Stopped up with the right elbow of Bialik. And the Warriors have the ball here once again as Danny Fair feeds that one ahead. Not able to gather it in is Kyler Andrews. And that's going to be picked up by the Rebels and Alex Zorniak with it. Going to come across half once again. 8:36 to go now in the third. Is Zorniak going to leave that one there nicely for Jackson Kohut. Kohut feeds that over for Manning now. Manning up to the point. He finds Simonson. Simonson back to Manning. Over to Kohut now. Goes down to the corner trying to find it. There's Jolivet. Jolivet, he's got it. Tried to find Manning once again. Ball comes out loose. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock here. Rebels just going to have to dump this in deep. They pick it up, and now the expiration of the shot clock there, and ball rolls down Rebels territory. Is Matthew Vetch going to stop that one up there, and it's going to be picked up by Luke Royer. Royer going to drop that up to the point now for Dewart. Dewart high as always in the zone and now going to work his way down. Picking up the speed as Dewart loses his footing there. Still able to get up with possession of the ball, feeling some fierce competition from Ashton Johnson. But Dewart now feeds that across, trying to find Royer, who does pick it up in the middle. Royer gets in and he scores! 7:48 to go in the third, and the Warriors have reestablished their 2-goal lead. 6-4 is your score. That goal coming off the stick of Luke Royer, his second goal of this contest. 7:48 to go in the third, as mentioned, and we have a different matchup in center right now. It's between Calix Simonson and Danny Fair this time. First time we've seen a switch up there so far. This one comes loose. Vetch steps in to steal that ball away there, but it's going to be the Warriors who come up with possession, feed that one to the center. Another quick shot, they score! Trenton Redlick, his first goal of the night, gets the Warriors up by 3. 7-4 is your score, and that's when I'll remind you to explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown scenic parks and River Valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. As we get set at center here once again, and here's the familiar matchup once again as ball comes out loose. Going to get picked up by the Warriors, who now have all the momentum. Kyler Andrews steps into the Rebels territory. Brings it out to the right corner. 7:26 to go in the third. This one fed up to the point. Recovered in there by Carey. Carey feeds that one off now. Find a man in Redlick who fed that cross floor once again in the attempted shot there. Caught a stick check and ends up over the net and picked up by Matthew Vetch for the Rebels. Vetch in transition across half, trying to push his way all the way in there and couldn't quite do it, but recovered by Manning, who lets that shot go there, and a big save by Bialik. 6:58 to go in the third. The Warriors with possession as they cross half here. Once again, Crundwell going to leave that one there. Dewart, he has it now for the Warriors. Feeds that right to the center there for Royer, and his shot didn't catch a piece of the net and got into the ceiling, so it's going to be Rebels ball now. Rebels got to play with some urgency here. Only 6:40 to go in the third, and now they trail by 3. You saw how quick the Warriors could do it, though. The Rebels, they're capable of doing that as well. Jackson Kohut feeds that to the point, and a big shot there by Mullen Eastwood. Even bigger save by Bialik. This play continues. Both teams trying to recover the ball here. It's going to be the Warriors who come up with it. 6:20 to go now in the third. Coming down with the ball is Trenton Redlick. He'll stop up and feed that off to Dewart. Remember, at Vimy Lacrosse, excellent is the standard. Led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, they are dedicated to molding well-rounded student-athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Warriors still with the ball here. 7 seconds to work with on the shot clock. This ball fed to the center, picked off by the Rebels, and they'll head back the other way. Ryan McBride going to feed that over to the right now for Mullen Eastwood. Eastwood waiting for the offense to get out on the floor. He'll drop that off now for Baker. Baker going to push in with some speed. Look to have caught a check up high, but no call upcoming there. He's going to have to go find his stick as the Warriors have possession and now head back the other way. Josh Dewart. Or my apologies there. That's Caden Gulka with it now, who passes it off to Regan Carey. Carey. He's got it now. Going to bring it over to the right side of the floor in front of the Rebels benches. He's feeling pressure from Matthew Vetch. Now gets away from him. Fed over now Finds a man in Brody Stachniak. Is this back to the point there, and Carey's shot goes just wide, and Vetch able to pick it up now for the Rebels. Has that checked out of his stick right away and recovered by Edmonton now with some pace, creeping up on 5 minutes to go now in the third. Here comes Kyler Andrews across half. He's going to hold up and feed that one off now to Josh Dewart. Dewart going to slow this game down as we've been back and forth here for quite a while. Warriors continuing to move this ball around. Dewart, he's got it now. 4:43 to go now in this third period. Dewart going to step up to make the crease dive shot. Comes loose again. The Warriors pick it up. They'll get the fresh 30 reset here. Wellner bait. He's got it now. Feeling some great pressure here from Davin Bajema. Bajema knocks him down to the floor. There is a penalty upcoming here to the Rebels. Bajema is going to get the call for holding here, and that'll send him to the box for 2 minutes. So up 3 already. The Warriors headed back to the power play. You know what that means? That means this Rebels penalty kill is brought to you by 5-2 Projects, providing construction services tailored to meet the unique needs of each client. Committed to delivering top-notch quality and exceptional service is 5-2 Projects. 4:17 to go in the third. 2 fresh minutes up on the power play board here for the Warriors as they continue to look to close out this game, and this power play going to help. It looks like a timeout being called by the Warriors. So a little bit of a lull in play is going to allow me to get a drink of water. So I'll be back in approximately 10 seconds here after I cleanse the palate. Okay, welcome back live here on CROW LAX TV. Again, my name's Aiden Bolsgaard, Keaton Kanda on the camera. And following the Warriors timeout, we're going to get set at the point here where Luke Royer will get possession of the ball to start here for the Warriors on this 2-minute power play for holding. That assessed against Bajema for the Rebels. 4 entire minutes killed off not long ago by the Rebels. See if they can make something like that happen again, but going to have to push for a little bit of offense this time around is the Rebels as time continues to run thin here in the third. Carey feeds it to Royer. Royer to Dewart. They're going to play a little bit of pass. Dewart with the ball now. Going to let a big shot go from the point there. That one caught a piece of the Rebels goaltender, they're saying, and will garner a reset of the shot clock, but nonetheless, the Rebels going to grab possession. Mullen Eastwood able to feed that ahead now for Kohut. Kohut going to back off back to the center now for Eastwood, who ran into a man, but now has some space, let that shot go, and it ended up wide there and off the board. So over and back going to get called against the Rebels here. 3:41 to go now in the third, 1:24 in this Warriors power play. Still leading by 3 are the Edmonton Warriors over the Rebels. So they start with it in the corner. Up for Carey now. Carey to the point for Royer. Royer back down to the corner and return feed now to Carey. Up to the point for Royer. Royer going to try to let that shot go, and it ends up just wide there, saying it didn't catch a piece of the ceiling. So possession continues here for the Warriors. There's another shot there from the point. That one from Wellner Bate ends up wide, and the Rebels able to pick it up now. 3:17 to go in the third, and exactly a minute to go in this Warriors power plays. That one going to just be fed lightly on net by Mullen Eastwood, maybe trying to get a scoop pass over to Matthew Vetch, but unsuccessful nonetheless. Trying to recover the ball in their own zone now are the Warriors. Vetch draped all over the Warriors here, trying to keep it down in that zone, but nonetheless, the Warriors have it now. Gets fed ahead quickly to Carey, who will cross half in time. Carey with under 3 minutes to go now in this third. Going to step in all alone. Let that shot go, and that went off a Carpenter there. Going to get turned over right away to the Warriors on the extra shot there by Mullen Eastwood on Carey. Undisciplined play there that causes a solid possession now for the Warriors. 2:40 to go in the third. 22 seconds in their power play. Dewar gets a return feed here once again. Up to the point now, finds Brody Stachniak. Stachniak to Carey, back up to the point for Stachniak, who goes to Dewar. Stachniak, Dewar. They'll continue to play some pass here now. It's fed over to Carey, but this one actually stolen out of the air here by Mullen Eastwood, who heads in on the breakaway. Mullen Eastwood in all alone, and a big save there by Bialik, and that'll do it for the Warriors power play, and the Rebels are able to score now on the rebound. Putting that one away is Calix Simonson, the natural hat trick for him here in this contest. 2:09 to go in the third, and the Rebels only trail by 2 now. Seven-5 your score. About 2 minutes to go in the game. Still anything can happen, folks. This is the game of lacrosse. It's going to be the Warriors who come up with the ball off that draw thanks to Kyler Andrews. Andrews looking for a passing option. Found a man in Levi Wolney. Still trying to get solid possession, and he does now. Pinned up along the boards by Zorniak. Coming in to help that pressure is Calix Simonson. Simonson. 3 Rebels in there now as Vetch comes in. Helmet came off of Levi Wolney there, and it's going to be Rebels ball. So a little bit of confusion here between Rebels and referees here. Picking this one up in his own zone for the Rebels is Alex Zorniak. Feeds that ahead quickly for Dylan Pook. Minute 40 to go, and the Rebels are 6-on-5 here as they've pulled their goaltender. Up to the point now. Kohut going to make a nice move. Inside, he scores! Kohut has brought the Rebels back within 1 with a minute 33 to go in this third period. (7-6). Only down by 1 are the Rebels, and we're going to have a draw at half here. Oh my, did this just get interesting here in Fort Saskatchewan. Similar to the senior game yesterday, the senior Rebels and the senior Miners. That one being solved in the last 3 seconds of the game. Could we see something like that again here today? Rebels come up with a draw off the faceoff. See how long it takes before they go for the empty net here once again. A minute 24 to go now on the clock as the Rebels working this ball around here once again. Baker, he's got it at the point now. Going to feed that one across. Big shot there, and they score! The Rebels have tied this game up all at 7, and we are square and from the Moyer Recreation Center. The big shot there from Jackson Kohut, his second in about 15 seconds. And oh my, you can't ask for much more out of a game than we are getting right now. 7-7 is your score. Minute 15 to go in the third period. Stepping in at center, Simonson, Andrews, and oh my, electricity can be felt here in the Moyer Recreation Center as down the wire now. Here we go, approaching a minute to go in the third, and it's a tie ball game. Royer, he's got it now. Going to let that one go, and it ends up just wide. Comes loose. Rebels going to be able to pick up now with it. Here comes Davin Bajema. Bajema steps across half. Feeds Manning in the middle there, and that pass just not able to connect. Comes loose, and the Warriors have it here once again. Here come the Warriors. Back up the floor, in along the left. Lachlan Gordon going to carry this one. Leave it off there for Dewart. Dewart brings it low now, looking for the pick, and going to bring it out to the top now. Finds Carey. Carey fed that one over to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate trying to go low. Loses his handle now. Ball is loose. Warriors able to pick up momentarily, I should add. And now, loose once again. Shot clock going to run out with 15.3 to go. Rebels going to call the timeout. But a ball is down in their own zone. So the Rebels going to have to start in their own zone, but now going to be able to pull their goaltender and go 6-on-5 for the last 15 seconds of this contest. Can we see the late period push from the Rebels come all the way back in this contest and win it? Or can we possibly see this game headed to overtime from the Moyer Recreation Center? Me and Keenan Canada kind of joking in the second intermission that this game kind of rolling right along. Not a lot of Not a lot of calls or anything, and that's made it go by pretty quick. But of course, when you say something like that, that would mean that we could possibly be looking at some extra time here between these two squads. 15.3 to go in the third. Rebels ball down in their own zone. 6-on-5 is going to be your attacker ratio here. Baker going to start with the ball. Let's see what we get here out of this fine Thursday night evening hockey game or lacrosse game in the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 division. Baker with the ball and moving with some speed. Going to pass that one ahead now nicely for Mullen Eastwood. Eastwood drops that to the corner for Manning. 8 seconds on the clock now as Manning feeds that shot on net there and a save by Bialik. It comes out loose. Time continuing to wind down, and that's going to do it for the third period. So we will have extra time between the Rebels and the Warriors here. 7-7 is your tie after regulation. So not going to have an intermission here. Just a short little break, and then, to my understanding, we'll move to a 3-on-3 5-minute overtime between these two sides. And then if not solved in overtime, it will be written in the books as a full tie between these two squads. Oh my, though. Trying to settle down in a little break like this, how can you? Great valiant effort by the Rebels. Jackson Kohut, 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of this contest to get the Rebels back in it. Couple injuries in this game. Haven't seen Miller Scrimshaw. Haven't seen Ben Renault. Hunter Lukaweski going down early. But the Rebels really fought through adversity in this contest to bring it back square, and let's see if they can bring it all the way home. Little break continues here. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water as the referees now blow this play in, and we should be getting underway very shortly. 5 minutes should be going up on the score clock here. And indeed, that's the case. Looks like, they're actually going to play 5-on-5 here. My apologies. So the 5-on-5 overtime, 5 minutes to work with. Play blown in here. It's going to be the Rebels who come up with the ball. Mullen Eastwood, he has it. Brings it across half, feeling some pressure now. Eastwood moving in along the right side of the floor, going to use behind the net. Moves it around, feeds that one right out in front, couldn't connect, but Baker able to recover for the Rebels. 15 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Baker to Manning. Manning going to scoop that one inside, now going in all the way towards the net there and getting called for the crease violation, but it looks like a penalty upcoming here. And indeed, the Warriors looking like they took a call. Headed towards the box is Levi Wolney, so we're going to have some overtime power play action for the Rebels. This Rebels power play is brought to you by Smith Insurance Services. They aren't here to sell you insurance. They are here to help you buy it. And it looks like Baker going to have this ball to start up at the point. Cross-checking the call there on Levi Wolney. 4:35 to go in overtime. 2 minutes of power play time to work with for the Rebels here. Baker going to switch out with Kohut here at the point. So Kohut going to come here to retrieve the ball from referee Blake Petrushko. A little bit of moppage going down on the floor, making sure there's no slipping and sliding here in extra time as Kohut now blown in, and here he comes. Kohut feeds that over. Gets a return feed now. Kohut playing a little bit of pass here with Mullen Eastwood as he's going to let that shot rip, and it ends up just wide, and now it's going to roll its way quickly all the way down the floor, over and back, going to get called against the Rebels. So Carpenter just going to leave that behind his net, and it's going to get picked up by Dane Menon. Menon going to feed that up now for Dewart. Dewart lost his handle on that one. It's going to be a race for the ball now. Comes across half. Picked up by Matthew Vetch in one-on-one now. Vetch decides to pull back here. Has pursuing defenders. Vetch just going to feed that up high to Kohut. Kohut fakes his initial pass. Going to move over now. 17 seconds to work with on the shot clock for the Rebels. Kohut. Ball finds its way to Manning, who lets that go short side, and the bounce shot doesn't touch the ceiling, but it's going to go down as over and back against the Rebels. 3:51 to go in overtime, a minute 16 in this Rebels power play. Picking this ball up behind the net's going to be Luke Royer for the Warriors. Royer scanning the floor, seeing if he has any options here with his team shorthanded. Royer lets that one go and caught a piece of Carpenter and just trickled wide. Royer with the ball here once again. They've gotten one shorthanded goal in this contest. Can the Warriors find a way to do it in overtime? 3.5 to go now in the extra. Royer trying to let that one go. Comes out loose. Reese Walsh trying to get in and pick this one up for the Rebels. And he does end up coming away with it now. Walsh steps across half, waits for the offense to get out there. Going to leave that one there now for Simonson. Simonson now for Kohut. Kohut going to press this ball in a little closer. Feeds that across for Manning. Manning up to the point now for Baker. Baker going to let that one rip and off the top of the shoulder there of Bialik out of play. So it's going to be a fresh 30 here for the Rebels. 26 seconds to go in their power play. Just under 3 minutes now to go in this Warriors penalty kill as they'll pick up possession in their own zone here once again. Coming across half, here come the Warriors. Trennan Redlick, he's got it. Going to turn back now and leave that one for Dewart. 10 seconds to go now in the Rebels power play. Warriors able to kill it off in its entirety here on this possession. Dewart still with the ball as that's now the expiration and we're back 5-on-5 here. Dewart lets that one rip, caught a piece of Carpenter and headed out of play. I thought at least, but they're going to say this is Rebels possession here. Is coming off the bench to pick it up is Simonson. Simonson going to grab that one now. Feeds that quickly to Baker. Baker back to Simonson. Simonson cross feed now, finds Manning. Manning down to the corner now. He's got Jolivet. Jolivet lets that one go on the bounce shot. Finds its way into the ceiling. It didn't catch a Warrior, so it's going to be turned over to Edmonton here. 2 minutes and 16 seconds now to go in the overtime. Here come the Warriors up the floor. Levi Wolney feeds that one up along the right. Finds Royer. Royer still with the ball, trying to spin off 2 men, and it comes loose now. The Rebels able to pick this one up. Aiden Herring steps across half. Herring going to stop up now. Feed that for Kohut. Kohut, 20 seconds to work with on the shot clock here. Feeds that, and he finds his man in Mullen Eastwood. Eastwood cross feed here for Baker. Baker looking for a lane. Lets that one rip there, and it looks like... See who they give possession to here. Helmet off of Kohut. Ball comes out, and it's going to be Warriors ball here. It looks like they're going to start him at the top of the 24. Dane Menon going to get possession. Menon, a one-on-one battle there with Mullen Eastwood. Beats him. Menon, pass that one off. It's Carey with it now. Carey up to the point for Dewart. 1.5 to go now in the overtime. Dewart going to spin back now, look for a different option. Finds that shot there from Wellner Bate, but a stop from Carpenter, and the Rebels got it now. Fed ahead. Here comes Matthew Vetch in overtime. One-on-one. Lets that shot go, and it just on the goal line there. Stopped by Bialik. Out loose. Vetch trying to pick it up here. He has some help now, and the Rebels do have it. 24 seconds to go. Dylan Pook now comes out looking for a lane. Pook lets that one rip, bounced, and it just goes wide. Vetch, he's got it. Going to pass that off to Pook as Vetch will head to the bench now. Feeds that one down to Eastwood. Eastwood, 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Looks to dive in low. Lets that shot go there, and a big save by Bialik. 44 seconds to go in the overtime, and the Warriors looking to head back the other way. Here comes Edmonton. Fed that one cross floor, and a nice gathered in pass by Danny Fair. Fair tries to go in the center there. Not going to call interference there, and timeout called by the Rebels. 31.7 seconds to go in the overtime, and the Rebels, I'm wondering if they're going to go for the goalie pull here since they'll have the full shot clock to work with. If they can bring time down, not really in danger of giving up the goal. So go up the extra man. 7-7 tie here in overtime. If nobody finds a goal, it will just go down as the tie game between the two squads. 10 seconds to go in this Rebels timeout as they continue to talk things over, and we'll see if Carpenter returns to the net or not. I can't imagine he will, as see this very often in Junior B Tier 1 and multiple levels of lacrosse, taking advantage of the extra man situation. A possession game is lacrosse. So we're getting set down here in the Rebels zone. This one rolled along the 4 here, and the Rebels have some space now. Fed across. It's Baker with it now. Baker feeds that one to Manning. Manning slowing this game down. We got an intense battle going down here in the 24, but outside, Baker's got it once again. Manning with it now. Manning feeds that one to Kohut, who lets that shot rip there, and a big save by Bialik. 5 seconds to go here in the period, and that one's nicely stolen away. The Rebels looking for a shot. Kohut to Baker, who lets that shot go, and a save at the buzzer by Bialik. And that will do it for this lacrosse game. It's going to end a 7-7 tie between the Warriors and the Rebels. Thank you for listening live here on CROW LAX TV. My name's Aiden Bullsgard. Keenan Kanda was running the camera for you. It has been a pleasure.